Hi, welcome. My name is Julie Morgenlender, and I am the editor, the creator of The Things We Don't Say, an anthology of chronic illness truths. So I'm here today to tell you just a little bit about this exciting project and to show you a sneak peek of what's about to be published. So before we start, I just want to say I'm sorry for having to look away, but I need my notes. Brain fog means I can't memorize things the way I used to, and that's just the reality of chronic illness for some of us. So I'm sure that you will understand. So, okay, why The Things We Don't Say, an anthology of chronic illness truths? Well, The Things We Don't Say, I think, is going to be clear to a lot of people with chronic illness. There is just a lot that we don't talk about. Sometimes we don't talk about it because we're embarrassed, or because we've been derided for talking about it too much, or because we haven't been believed, or because we don't have the right words to express what it is we need to express. So it's really important, though, that we do say these things so that people understand our lived experiences. It's an anthology. An anthology is a collection of written works, and in this case, it is a collection of personal essays written by various authors. And chronic illness truths, because these are the truths that we all experience by living with chronic illness. So therefore, it is The Things We Don't Say, an anthology of chronic illness truths. This particular book is, like I said, an anthology. So it's got 50 stories by 42 different authors, because a few authors wrote more than one story. They come from 7 different countries, and they are different genders, different sexual orientations, different ethnicities, different ages. There's a great age range, and they have a lot of different chronic illnesses, and I think that's so important to represent. So you're going to hopefully find more than one story and author that you can identify with. And to help you identify with the authors, each story, each personal essay has a biography of the author. Which actually, I'll give you a quick little peek here. So you can see those on the website as well. You can take a quick look at all of the authors, where they're from, and a little biography of them along with their photo. Okay, so there are different ways to define chronic illness, and a lot of people asked me at the start how I was defining it. And I told everyone that it's up to them to decide for themselves how they want to define their own status, if they feel they have a chronic illness or not. So this book does include people with mental health issues, as well as those with physical health issues, and some have both. And they may choose to focus on one or another, or many. Some people have one chronic illness, and some people have a lot of chronic illnesses, and again, there's a variety, and that is very intentional. Please comment below and let me know what your experience is. Do you have chronic illness? Do you have more than one chronic illness? Which ones do you have, if you feel comfortable sharing that? Maybe you don't have chronic illnesses, but you have loved ones with chronic illnesses. I would just love to know what your relationship is, so please comment below. Thanks. I've been working on this book for 6 years, and it is feeling very surreal to me that it is an actual book. So as I record this in May of 2020, it has been about 6 years, because I started at the beginning of June of 2014. And right now I'm getting ready to publish with a date that has not been revealed yet, but I am expecting it to be June of 2020. So it will end up being 6 years, much to my surprise. This was a big undertaking, but I'm grateful to have been able to do it. It will originally be released as a paperback copy and an ebook, and down the road I would really like to do an audiobook and hopefully a large print book as well. And I plan to continue doing videos here where I share snippets of the book and maybe even read entire essays out loud. So I just want people to have as many different ways of accessing this this content as possible. So let's see, I'm sorry, I'm just scrolling down in my notes for a second. Okay, so having said all of that, I'm now ready for the big reveal. This is very exciting to me. Before publishing a book, you get what is known as a printed proof. So it's one thing to review an electronic version of what the book will be, but it's another thing to review the actual book. which is this. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that cover. So this is The Things We Don't Say, an anthology of chronic illness truths. So the cover, isn't that gorgeous? In case you cannot see it, it is a blue cover with the shape of a face and neck made out of thorns, and then the center is a lighter shade of blue, and the title of the cover is centered, and the subtitle is centered in the face, and the subtitle comes across the neck area with my name at the bottom. Please ignore the gray stripe that goes across the head. It says not for resale, and that's because this is a printed proof, and so it's not for sale. This is so that I can check and make sure that things like margins look okay, make sure the ink didn't bleed, make sure bullet points are aligned properly, exciting things like that. So that's the purpose of this book. But it is a book. You can see there's the back cover. Again, you can ignore the gray stripe. There's a great description and some lovely quotes from reviews that some wonderful people gave me. Has a beautiful spine. And this is very exciting because for the first time, this feels like a real book to me. I can't tell you how exciting it was when this came in the mail. It actually arrived not long after I went into isolation for the pandemic in March, and so in a lot of ways, it was a really good time. I ordered the book before going into isolation, and boy, was this exciting. Okay, so the beautiful cover was designed by Bob Thibault, and if you have any design needs, I hope you'll check out his website in the description below. Also in the description below is the URL for the wonderful Kate Estrop, who did a great job formatting this book. This was not easy to format because there are so many different styles. So some authors numbered their bullet points, others used bullet points, and all of the different photos needed to be made black and white, even though most of them were originally in color. Kate also did this adorable, look at that lovely little thorn design. This book is divided into 7 sections. This one is part 4, Acceptance, for Better or Worse, and each one has this lovely thorn, which relates back to the cover of the book. So this is gorgeous. I'm really loving how it turned out. As you can see, there's a table of contents, quite a long one. There's also a very full index at the back of 272 terms, so it's a lot. There's a glossary on the website, so if you go to chronicillnesstruths.com, you can check out the glossary, and it's a great way to get a sense of what's in the book because it includes all sorts of terms, such as it includes symptoms, diagnoses, treatments, and other terminology that's used, mentions of sexual orientation, mentions of universities, mentions of medical practitioners, of relationships, all kinds of things that come up in the book. So I think it's a great place to take a look and just see what is in here. So I'm trying to keep this short because this is just a quick introduction, but it would be super helpful to me if you would hit like below, and I would really love to just get my first 10 subscribers. So if you would subscribe below, that would be awesome. Before I go, I'm going to just quickly show off this beautiful shirt. As you can see, Kate Estrop did the design after I came up with the concept. It says, not all disabilities look the same, and it has a lot of different people here. It has a woman with a service dog, it has a kid on crutches, it has someone in a wheelchair, it has people who don't have any visible disabilities. They are different ages, different races, different genders, and again, I just think that diversity is so important because a lot of people want to paint our community with one brush, and that is not who we are. So I think it's really important to show all the different possibilities, or at least as many of them as can fit on a shirt or in a book. It's just a start, but I think it's an important start. So having said all of that, one last thing. If you would like to be the first to know when this book is available, when it's published, please be sure to sign up at chronicillnesstruths.com in the URL in the description below. I will send you an email when the book is available. Don't worry, I will not spam you. I hate spam. I've been sending 1 to 2 emails a month, so it's not too much. And you will not only know when it's for sale, but also when it's on sale. So when there's a discount, I will let you know if you're on that email list. Please check it out. And thank you so much for visiting. Please just share this link with a few people you know, maybe on social media. I think it's very important for us to get the word out about our lives with chronic illness, and you can help make that happen by sharing this. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.